should see my girlfriend. You'd shit yourself.
That's my sister, and I seen her first.
I'm your sister.
Oh, you're my sister!
Wait, man. I found out later she wasn't my sister.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God, dude. That was gonna be a little much.
What's up, y'all? It's your favorite redneck basement operator, Justin Worst. And as you all know, YouTube does this community no favors. So, before we get started, I'll give your sister a break. Smash that like button. Come on, Ricky. Shit. Alright guys, so in today's video, we're going to have a little unboxing and review and put together of the 3-in-1 target stand from Krate Tactical. Krate Tactical is a veteran-owned and operated business. Mike, the owner, is a Marine Corps vet. They are semi-local to me. I found them through their knives. They make great OTF knives. But I do believe they originally got started in the target business. Now we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put this together, this 3-in-1 target stand. I think the price is very, very reasonable at $54.99. We're gonna put that together. We're gonna go over some of the cardboard targets they have here. They have full-size cardboard competition style targets for 20 of them for $29.99, which is, I think, a great deal. I know that for comparison at my range, my indoor range that I go to when I'm not shooting at my house, it's $1 a target, and it's the paper ones that are real cheap. So for a little extra, you're getting the competition style targets, and we actually put 60 rounds through center mass on one of the full-size targets before it gave way. So I felt like they were very high quality targets. We did pick up some of the half-size targets as well. I did shoot on some of those. We got those just to shake things up a little bit. They do make, like I said, OTF knives, but if you go on their website, kratetactical.com, and you look down here at target systems, they also have dueling trees, double Texas stars, along with the Texas star system. Like I said, their prices are very reasonable. Their steel is great, high quality. It's AR 500 steel, 3/8 inch. I've been to inside their warehouse. Their quality control is awesome. Really great people to do business with. So if you're in the Georgia area, you can stop by their warehouse, and they have a little shop there. But you can go on their website and have it delivered as well. I was able to get you guys a coupon code. It is not mine. I talked with Mike from Krate Tactical. He said maybe in the future we'll work on getting me a coupon code so you guys could help support me. But until then, I have you a coupon code. It'll be down in the description below. I got it from Got Gamage. He is a content creator here on YouTube, and he also has a big following on Instagram. Really good dude. We'll use his code. That way you can show him some love, because he has shown me love in the past. Real good, God-fearing man. Really enjoy his content over there. Him and Squad Drills over there kicking butt in Florida. So anyway, Krate Tactical has a lot of cool products and targets and target accessories. They also have real great knives. So y'all just go check them out. Like I said, there will be a coupon code in the description. So let's get into it. All right, guys. So as you can see, my current target setup is pretty redneck. I do have a few steel plates down here. They are cheaper steel plates. So they do, rounds do sometimes penetrate through them. And then I had this standing up, but it's a half of a 55-gallon barrel that I painted white, and I would just touch it up, but got tired of doing that. But anyway, so I decided to upgrade my game a little bit, and that's where Krate Tactical comes into play. Krate Tactical makes OTF knives. You've seen them here on the channel. This one I've had for a little over a year. I use it daily. They are veteran owned and operated, and they do have a lifetime warranty. This, as y'all know, I work in the grocery business, and I use a knife for everything, right? You're constantly opening packages, cutting plastic, whatever. And I've had this for a year, and it's just as good as the day I got it. Great customer service, but they are veteran owned and operated, and they do make knives. But I decided to go with them and get a target stand set. So I'm gonna put it together, y'all. I'll show you everything that comes in the box and put it together for you, and then we'll get a couple rounds on it. All right, guys. Okay, so we have one side. This is very high quality stuff, y'all. It's I wouldn't say 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch angle iron to some square tubing here. Again, we got some nice thick square tubing with nuts welded in on all the corners, so you don't have to fool with nuts. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. That's what she said, right? You do get your hardware. You get some bolts with turn knobs on them, which is very cool. You also get some screws for your wood and a drill bit. So that's awesome to have. You'll have your own drill bit. You don't have to go finding one. More hardware with a locking nut. And that is just about it in the package. So I think it's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm gonna go grab me some 2x4s and a measuring tape, so that way I can put them in there and we'll get started. Outside of the parts that you received in your box for the target stand, there are some tools you will need. First, you'll need a couple pair of pliers. Wrenches will do. You will need some form of screwdriver. It doesn't have to be powered. It doesn't have to be an impact. It doesn't have to be a drill. But you will need something to drive your screws in to install your plates to your 2x4. You don't need a measuring tape, but you want to get the lengths of your base the same size. If you're going to measure them, you need your little pin to mark them. And then you also need something to cut it with. So it doesn't have to be a circular saw. You can use a hand saw, and I suggest you have some water. It's not going to take long. I can already see it's not going to take long, but make sure to stay hydrated.
So we need a water break. You need a water break. Water is for cowards. Water makes you weak. Water is for washing blood off that uniform, and you don't get no blood on my uniform. Boy, you must be outside your mind.
Have you something to cover your eyes when you're cutting. Now the materials you'll need, you're gonna need for your base, you're gonna need a 2x4. You wanna cut those the same length for your bottom base. And then for your targets themselves, your pieces that go straight up and down that you staple your target to, you're gonna need some 1x2. Yeah, that's probably 2 inches. Anyway, I am gonna try a piece of 1x1 just because I have a scrap piece that's long enough. That's it's about 12 or 16 foot long. And these are a little short for my liking. And this is all the scrap 1x2s I had left. I was just going to show the kit off, but when I realized there was no directions, I said, well, let's just go ahead and do a video of building it. It is very simple and very self-explanatory, but not everybody has the same skill set. So let's get it put together. All right, I'm probably going to do the base a little bit wider. So let's mark off 3 foot here. Okay, I got your first one cut. You want your other one the same length. Not get the bow in there. So let's cut this one. Okay, and because I'm OCD, let's square this off. So I think 3 foot's probably ideal for the base. But you could go 5, you could go 2, you could go, you know, however you want to do it. But I think probably 3 foot would probably be ideal, around 3 foot. But now, you know, seeing as you're going to be shooting at these, so most of the time, if you go to your hardware store, your lumber store, we have one close to me that sells scraps. So this is like your finished 1x2. So this would be something you want to put like in your cabinets or something if you were building. But, and I think these are about $8 for 12 footers maybe. And then they have scrap pieces here that you really wouldn't want to use for any finish kind of work. But they come in 8, 12, and 16 footers. And they are like dirt cheap. 8 footers are like $2 or $3. So I will be getting some more of those from the store. I just do not have any more. Like I said, so we'll try the one by one first. And the 1x1 scraps, those are typically dirt cheap as well because it's just an end cut from a 2x6, I believe. But these, this old 2x4 I had laying here, and you don't have to get the nicest stuff because you're going to be shooting at it. So there will be times where you have to do maintenance on the stand. So I would just get you some 16-foot non-treated 2x4s, something that'll last you a year or two for a base. And then when you get ready to, you know, repaint this thing or whatever, you can, and you won't be spending a whole lot of money. So probably altogether, the kit itself was $50, 50, 55. I'm sure if you ship it to your house, it'll be a little more, but I picked it up from them locally. So $55, and then you might spend another 10 or 15 on lumber for the first go around. You know, these pieces that go on the other ends are going to be maintenance items that you have to fix from shooting them, you know, having a couple bad draws or something and hitting them, or if you're planning on shooting shotguns at this thing, you'll probably eat these up pretty quick. So these will be maintenance items. But we have our 2 cut. We have our 2 bottom, or our 2 mounting pieces here. This will be your base. You're going to put your base and spread your 2x4s out. Make sure they're even in dimension, length. One way I could probably do it to make sure it's straight and I'm not making it cockeyed is I will get my thing down here and I will look at it through my eyeballs. And I'll set them up, set the first one up, and I'll make sure to measure the second one. So here's our first one. I like it a little bit wider, I do believe. So we have them here, we get our ends together. So I do believe these are designed for USPS targets, USPSA targets. This probably would be easier if I wasn't doing it on this muddy ground. I digress. So we got them about the same distance apart. Now this isn't gonna be perfect, guys, but I am a little bit OCD, as I mentioned before. So I got them about the same distance. I'm gonna get my drill and my bit that comes with your screws. 2 on each end, 2 on each side. So put those in. We need 4 for the front end. So we have our 4 screws. We have our drill. Put them down to the side. I usually put them in my mouth like a big dummy, but I can't talk and do that at the same time, so I'm not gonna do that. So let's get them set up here. I do believe that's about perfect. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Well, I broke one of the screws, but that was my own fault. Make sure we got it see if we got the measurement in between. So we have about a foot. Here we have 10.5 inches, so let's bring it in a little bit. There is 10.5. Okay, let me bring it in just a smidgen more. So let's go ahead and get our back piece on here. And from the way it looks on the website, you want to get this one a little closer, but I'm going to do it further away because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some peekaboo targets in the back to where I can practice some different drills. So I'm going to get it a little further away, probably not that far, probably about right here. Now, like I said, guys, this isn't got to be perfect. This is probably a kit that you could pick up and take with you. You know, if you just had, you know, say you wanted to go over to a buddy's range, and I do have an extra screw. They did give a couple extra screws here, so I'm not out on the screws. But like I said, I don't think it's necessary that you fix that one. But this is a system that you could probably just pick up. You know, take your target ends off, carry the base, bring your target ends with you to bring it up to your buddies. Add a few extra little extra little drills to it that maybe he's not used to, and then you can do some of the drills that he is used to with his stuff. Just a good way to get a little. Sorry, y'all. My little ones. I bought them something off Amazon and they're chomping at the bit to get it. But I done told them Amazon ain't delivering it today. To be a kid again. It's not completely cockeyed because then it'll throw your target off. So just try to get it kind of, you know, as straight as you can. All right, so there is it. That is it for the base. We have our 4 in each corner. We'll reset these up later. I do have a stand for them, but I broke the piece that holds the steel in place. And it's pretty junky steel. This isn't Krate Tactical steel. I'll probably invest in some Krate Tactical steel. They have really good steel from what I understand. Oh, by the way, y'all, we got patches in. They should be for sale on the site for too long, or on the page for too long, or you can hit me up on Instagram and I will get you one shipped out. Not real sure I'm charged for them yet because they were kind of expensive, so, and you got shipping. So just hit me up on Instagram if you want to get one, if you want to get a come on Ricky patch, and we'll work out a deal. Okay guys, so this is for if you want to hang your steel, or at least what I gather from is if you want to hang your steel, but I'm not going to be using any steel on this target. You can put your 2x4 up in the back and you can either add a steel plate to it with this accessory, or you can staple your cardboard targets to it. That's how you would do your back. So I will get one cut for that, just for future endeavors. Okay, there's that. I'll give you guys a glimpse of what it, how you would work it. Once you've got it cut and you have your steel target, you can set up your steel any way you want to. you have some creativeness you can do there. But we're not going to do that. I am going to go ahead and put a screw in this so it is prepared for when we do use it. You know, hold your 2x4 in place with the wing nut. It's very easy to adjust it. You know, if you're wanting to change something out, you just put your wing nut in there and rock and roll. Right? It's tight. So I'm going to back it back out a little bit. Well, I'm going to leave this in first. I will back it out a little bit just so it's there when I need it. And I will go ahead and screw in our piece. We'll set this over to the side so we have it when the time comes to use it. Like I said, you can get creative with it, guys. But let's see if this will work to begin with. It should, in theory, work. I'm sure it's not made for this, but in theory it should work. Yeah, perfectly. Said it is built for a 1x2, but we don't have any long enough currently. So let's go ahead and do that. And like I said, this is an ideal wood to use. So you would have less play if you use the proper thing. Let me just show you what a piece of 1x2 would look like in it. So there's your 1x2 in place. Up against your 1x1. All right, got them both tightened in. They are a little loose because it is not the right size wood, but it will work. All right, let me get this cleaned up. I'll get some targets added to it and we'll get some shooting footage. All right, guys, we're back. So this is what I was talking about, putting some peekaboo targets maybe in the back. Eventually getting creative with it. Krate Tactical does sell some miniature targets, and then they sell USPSA targets, the size of USPSA target. They do have A zone, B zone, C zone, and they're perfect size for this target setup. All right, guys, let's get her cut open. Remember, guys, I got knives. Very nice knives, high quality knives. So we need to turn it down a little bit because it's been I've been using it to finish. We just moved, guys, so I've been doing a lot of work around the house. We got our first place. We've only rented before in the past. And then when COVID hit, it hit us like most people. It hit us hard. We ended up having to move back in with my parents for a little while, but we just bought our own place. So we're extremely excited. The Lord's blessed us. This crown stapler doesn't want to work. I got lazy. I do have my slap stapler. It's probably not the best for this either, but I am too excited to keep digging. I'm gonna make it about the same height as Joe Montana.
Our boys killed him! He's the best tackler I've seen since Joe Montana.
Joe Montana was a quarterback, you idiot.
I said Joe Montana.
Make it about average height. About 5'10", 6 foot, something like that. So you can see I got it all stapled in. I'm gonna make it about the height of a linebacker, you know, like Joe Montana. We will be testing from concealment, so let me go get my hearing protection and my shot timer, and we'll come right back at you. Change in my pockets wasn't enough. Forget you, forget her too. 252, 2 to the chest, and 1 in the head. We are clean. Well, broke the edge just a little bit at the eyes. And then we have 2 center shots. First time doing that drill. 252. Look, man, no. Okay, we went through the same hole. We also have 1 center, right off center, and we got a good headshot, but it's in the mouth. So. If you go on Amazon, you can find a little tape dispenser that is made for targets, and you can just go roll right over your shots. I'm gonna pick one of those up soon, hopefully. But second drill in, we had 2 clean, 1 in the zone, but not in our I square. So let's get a couple more in, and then we'll get on from a different angle. You guys can see a little bit better how the target, the stand holds up. Okay. Yep. Ready to go. There you go. We are clean. 2 good in the chest, and then 1 through the same hole as the original, the first shot. I did cheat a little bit by grabbing the cuff. I'm not used to this gun yet. It is a P365 Fuse. We'll have a full review up on the channel soon. But I am just running it in my Hellcat holster. So I'm a little nervous with it. So I did cheat a little bit, but we are 142 with our SgTimer 2 by Shooters Global. Let's do a couple more. We'll finish this mag. So I'm no pro, but pro tip. I'm just a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. That's my sister, and I seen her first. Okay, we had 2 good in the chest. I went a little high, and we did have a miss on the head. I done told him about messing with my sister. She's my sister, by God. So, let's see, we got 4, 5, so we're gonna be able to shoot 3. Do 1 more. Actually, take that back. I put 3 in the chest. 3 in the chest. Maybe I just got, maybe I got a little ahead of myself. So I did have 1, 2, 3 in the chest, so I did not pull, I pulled the trigger a little early on my way up. I've been around guns my whole life. Never really shot them like in a training scenario or anything up until about 1.5 years ago, maybe. Around, I don't know, I'd say probably June or July of last year is when I started going to the range. So I am not a competitive shooter. I just try to be good. I try to train so that way I'm efficient with my EDC, which will be the Fuse moving forward. I feel like it's very important. It's very important to train with your EDC, because if you're not training with your EDC, you are a liability to others. So I did a lot of research before I started carrying, and I realized I wanted to carry appendix. It did take me a good amount of time before I got comfortable enough to even start trying to carry appendix. And then once I carried appendix for about 2 or 3 months, I didn't have one in the chamber because I was still scared, because I hadn't had enough time with the firearm to know to be secure in it. So once I got trained enough with it, then I started carrying one in the head, and now I carried this yesterday as part of the testing process for the 365 Fuse that I will have up later. I did not carry one in the head yesterday just because I have the wrong holster. And like I said, I don't want to be a liability to nobody else, but I do want to have something to protect myself if something came about. And I think we should all, you know, whether you're comfortable or not, get comfortable, start EDCing, use your rights and your amendments, because if you don't use them, you lose them. So I encourage everybody to train and get better and carry. Joe Montana was a quarterback. That's my sister, and I seen her first. Okay, nice run there. Don't know about the time. We were at 4:17. We had 2 center mass, 1 center mass in the head. I blew some of the tape off, so if you're gonna get tape for your targets, get a little bit of the more expensive stuff. I did get the cheapest stuff we had. Again, veteran owned and operated, so we gotta take care of our veterans. The government's definitely not gonna do it. So try to support your local business, your small business, any chance you can, and veteran owned and operated if possible. So let's get one more reload in, and then we're going to back up from a different distance. I'll let you see some head-on footage. I do have a full review that I'm putting this through its paces, the SgTimer 2 through its paces. And then I'll have a full review up on it. I don't want to put my name on something that I ain't positive it is. Good stuff, guys. All right, I need to get a little closer, probably get out of frame. Clean on the target. Probably a little slower than should have been. 232. Yep. First shot 0.98. So we're still getting sub-second draws. Like I said, I am cheating a little bit, cuffing my shirt right there before it goes off, but it is for safety precautions. One more because I'm feeling frisky. I know I can do better than that. But we were clean, we were just slow. Gun 328, so even slower. I believe that was slower. And hopefully I'm in frame. That wasn't good. That wasn't good. I didn't even get 6 shots. My goodness, Justin. I just had a coloring contest, so with my girls, so kind of got out of the zone. .361. We would just finish the rounds off that I have in these magazines, and we'll get to the final part of the video. going to carry, or if you want to protect your family, you need to get on training. Krate Tactical is a great place to go if you want to get some accessories to help your training get better.